Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered or share with us here, call the studio at 970-677-4119, or you can email us at dcbnnews@gmail.com. Today's show is Thursday. It runs Thursday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand, and it is also replayed throughout the day, in the afternoon, and on Friday morning. Today is October 24th, 2019, and now the News at Noon. The Durango Herald reported on identification of the dead body northwest of town. Authorities said on Tuesday a body found last weekend northwest of Durango was that of a stillborn infant. In a news release, the La Plata County Sheriff's Office said the body of the female infant was found in a forested area between the 3800 block of County Road 205 and the 3800 block of County Road 203. Chris Burke, spokesman for the Sheriff's Office, said a hiker discovered the body around 3 p.m. on Saturday. An autopsy conducted Tuesday morning revealed the child was stillborn after a pathologist noted several indicators, said La Plata County Coroner Jan Smith. Burke said as of 3 p.m. Tuesday, investigators hadn't identified the parents of the child. The Sheriff's Office initially reported the incident was being investigated as a homicide. Burke said several investigators were working the case, which is no longer considered a homicide investigation. Investigators are seeking anyone with information about who may be related to the infant. Smith said DNA and hair evidence would be sent to a lab and evaluated in the hopes of finding the parents. She said it appeared the infant had been abandoned for a day or two at most. Smith said the infant's cause of death was a birth defect linked to brain damage, and the mother essentially had a miscarriage. Anyone with more information is asked to call Sheriff's Investigator Jim Hendricks at 382-7018. And reported in the Durango Herald with a file photo. A temporary disposal site for uranium tailings that were once used in construction projects around Durango has been proposed south of town, but some nearby residents are not happy. In the mid-1900s, people freely used uranium mill tailings that were piled up at the smelter in Durango, which is now the Durango Dog Park, for construction around town. In the 1980s, a massive multi-million-dollar effort led by the U.S. Department of Energy sought to clean up the radioactive waste, which resulted in 122,000 cubic yards being removed from Durango homes, businesses, public buildings, roads, and parks. But earlier this year, the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment said more than 100 properties were missed and still require cleanup. Health officials suspect properties have been passed over for a number of reasons. Tailings could have been relocated, properties could have been partially but not fully cleaned, or, in some cases, the homeowner at the time refused to take part in the project. The state, however, hasn't been able to secure a site locally that would serve as a staging area where residents could bring the tainted materials. The plan would then be for state health officials to haul larger quantities for permanent storage at a facility in Grand Junction. The lack of a temporary storage site is also the reason why property owners have not yet been notified if their homes or properties contain radioactive waste, state officials have said. The state health department is now proposing to use a property near Bondad at 1106 U.S. Highway 550, which is about 20 miles south of Durango, for temporary storage. The site is owned by the Colorado Department of Transportation. The proposed plan would be to have a roll-off dumpster with a capacity of up to 40 cubic yards where residents can dump their waste. Once full, it would be taken to Grand Junction. The plan would have to be approved by the La Plata County Planning Commission coming up today, Thursday. And the Durango Herald reports on a hit and run. Durango police are asking for help locating a vehicle that was involved in a hit-and-run accident this past Tuesday in downtown Durango. Durango police posted to social media that the hit-and-run occurred around 8 a.m. in the 1100 block of Narrow Gauge Avenue. The vehicle, according to police, is an older model gold Toyota Tacoma with a black construction rack and a broken left rear tail light. If anyone has any information, they are asked to call them at 375-4737. And now let's take a look at today's local weather forecast. Today, another sunny day in paradise, but you'll feel the colder air with a high of only near 47 degrees. Breezy, to say the least, with a north wind 15 to 20 miles an hour and gusts as high as 30 miles an hour, making that chill factor even more intense. Tonight, clear skies with a low around 25 degrees. North-northwest winds 5 to 15 miles an hour, becoming east-northeast in the evening. Then Friday, a slight warm-up with sunny skies and a high near 56 degrees. North-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour become west-northwest in the afternoon. Then Friday night, clear and a low around 29, with west-northwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour becoming east after midnight. And a brilliant fall weekend is on for the end of October. Be sure to take advantage of this, as it may be some of the last warm days we'll have this year. Saturday, sunny with a high near 61 degrees. Light and variable wind becoming southwest just 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. A welcome relief with Saturday night, a clear sky and a low around 32. Then into Sunday, a bit cooler but sunny with a high near 52. Sunday night chilly, partly cloudy and a low around 21. And now the National Weather Service is showing for Monday a slight chance of snow showers in the afternoon. Mostly sunny with a high distinctively colder, just near 44 degrees. Monday night partly cloudy with a low in the teens around 19, and staying colder for Tuesday as well. Mostly sunny and a high of just 45. Tuesday night partly cloudy and a low around 20. And now, back to the news. From the San Juan Record in Monticello, Utah, by Bill Boyle. Despite the fact that San Juan County is already the highest taxed county in Utah by percentage, a property tax increase of 22.9% is being considered by 3 separate entities associated with San Juan County. A notice to residents of the potential tax change was approved at the October 15th meeting of the County Commission. The increases will be considered for the County General Fund, for the Public Health Department, and for the libraries. If approved, the tax increase would be due with property taxes in November of 2020. With the notice of intent given, a public process will begin that requires notification and truth in taxation hearings. Quote, "This will allow citizens to go through the public process," said County Clerk John David Nielsen. A total increase of $79.31 per household and $360 per business is a pretty heavy lift for both our residential and business communities, said Commissioner Bruce Adams. Quote, "I can only imagine what the public hearing will be like. The Commission will consider it because the need has been identified by the department heads," said Adams. The Commission will consider it with the public. The notification was approved by a 2-0 vote. Commissioner Willie Grayes was not in attendance at the meeting. Nielsen stated that the cash balance in the County General Fund has dropped from nearly $7 million in 2015 to less than $1 million on September 30th, 2019. The proposed increase would raise the tax rate for the general fund by 14.7% and would generate $288,863 in additional taxes. Nielsen explained that the general fund increase would help the county cover the costs of litigation. In addition, the increase would be used to hire personnel and shore up other funds, including expenditures for EMS. The proposed increase would raise the tax rate for the Public Health Department by 110.6% and would generate an additional $148,000 for that department. At the current time, property taxes generate $135,000 a year for the district. The Public Health Department states that their fund balance is exhausted. The district relies on transfers from the general fund to cover shortfalls. While approximately 70% of the cost of department programs is covered by state and federal funds, the Public Health Department has additional staffing needs that are not covered by grants and fees. And finally, the proposed increase would raise the tax rate for the library fund by 34% and raise an additional $135,000 for the libraries. Officials state that the increase is necessary since expenses currently exceed revenues for the libraries by up to $100,000 a year, with the overage covered by the general fund once again. New County Administrator Mac McDonald said the county will look at opportunities within the existing budget, but added that it appears that the county is, quote, already running lean. In other businesses at the October 15th Commission meeting, the Lisbon Valley Copper Mining Company asked the Commission to approve a plan that would help the company catch up on past due property taxes. George Shaw, chairman of the mining company, explained that the company owes $1.4 million in property taxes, including $248,000 in fees and interest. Shaw proposed that they would make the full 2018 payment of $282,000 in December. For the next 36 months, Lisbon Valley would pay down the remaining $884,000 past due balance in payments of approximately $25,000 a month. Mining operations are on idle now as milling crews work on existing stockpiles. Shaw said that the company has 65 employees at the current time and plans on 100 employees going forward for the next 12 to 20 years. The hope is to restart mining operations in early 2020. Time and date of the public hearing will be announced shortly. From the Journal with an AP photo, it will take $5 billion, that's with a B, and 15 years to get an overpopulation of wild horses under control on federal lands across the West. The acting head of the U.S. Bureau of Land Management said Wednesday, adding that several developments have made him more optimistic about his agency's ability to get the job done. William Perry Pendley announced the agency adopted out more than 7,000 Mustangs and burros captured last year, the most in 15 years and a 54% increase from the previous year. He said that helps clear space in government holding pens so they can accelerate roundups while scientists develop fertility control drugs to shrink the size of the herds from 88,000 to 27,000, he says the range can sustain. He said a new coalition of animal welfare advocates and ranchers are helping promote solutions, and Congress appears willing to help too. Pendley, who is awaiting Senate confirmation as director, said the agency is in the process of hiring additional staff to speed roundups in Nevada, the state with the most horses. The Senate Appropriations Committee approved $35 million last month for a new package of Mustang proposals supported by an unprecedented alliance, including the Humane Society of the United States, American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, National Cattlemen's Beef Association, and American Farm Bureau Federation. They say it would eliminate the threat of slaughter for thousands of free-roaming horses and shrink the size of herds primarily through expanded fertility controls on the range and increased roundups in certain areas. The proposal has been condemned by the largest and oldest Mustang protection groups in the West, including the American Wild Horse Campaign and Friends of Animals, who have been fighting for decades to block roundups. In July, then acting BLM Director Casey Hammond said in Idaho the Trump administration won't pursue lethal measures such as euthanasia or selling horses for slaughter. But critics say the new plan could allow for sterilization of mares. They argue the animals must be permitted to roam the range in federally protected management areas established under the Free Roaming Horse and Burro Act of 1971. They say BLM's population quotas are often outdated and lack scientific data to support roundups to cull herd sizes. The Senate committee included a $35 million increase for the Bureau's Wild Horse and Burro program as part of the $35.8 billion Interior Department appropriation bill. It's not clear when the full Senate will consider the measure. Today's High Canyon Country happenings. Tomorrow, October 25th, it's Legal Resource Day in Montezuma County. It's free, starting at 8:30 a.m. and running till 5 p.m. The Cortez sessions will be held at the Montezuma County Justice Center, which is located at 865 North Park Street, Suite 100 in Cortez. Registering is recommended by visiting the Self-Help Center or calling them at 970-565-1111. That's 970-565-1111. But walk-ins are also welcome. For parenting time modification, that runs from 8:30 to 9:30 at the Kiva Room. Eviction and money judgments runs from 9:45 to 10:45 in the Kiva Room as well. Tenants' rights are from 11 to 12 o'clock, and then a lunch break, which would be on your own till 1 o'clock. Then after 1, mediation DR cases goes from 1 to 4 with 4 time slots available. That's in conference room 236. And what everyone needs to know about estates, trusts, and wills is back in the Kiva Room from 1:15 to 2:15. Protection order information is from 2:30 to 3:30. Contracts, such as car, home repairs, cell phones, runs from 3:45 to 4:45, also in the Kiva Room. And the child support custody topic is covered from 1 to 4 p.m. in 20-minute appointments in the courtroom 2. And Ask an Attorney runs from 1 to 3 p.m. in courtroom 3. This is a free resource available to anyone. In entertainment happenings, October 26th is the $6 String Band at Fenceline Cider in Mancos. $6 String Band captures the exuberant communal and unifying spirit inherent in old-time music. In their hometown, the mountainous and musically diverse micropolitan of Durango, Colorado, they are widely regarded for their tight driving and passionate sound. And don't forget, tonight is the Halloween Carnival put on by The Rock, a spooktacular at the Memorial Hall in Dove Creek. That starts at 5 p.m. and runs to 8. And then in Dove Creek at the State Line tonight, there's live acoustic music from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. with Mensch. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, so you can look them up for the phone numbers and dates. And we also upload the daily news to our YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to and search for with the same name, DCTV News at Noon. And the broadcast is also posted to our general Facebook page, where we add links to stories of interest, share other events or news, and where you can join in on the conversation too. This is your local community TV station. So if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call us at 970-677-4119. Thank you for tuning in. News at Noon now airs at noon, Mondays through Fridays, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. We ask that you please like us there and share it with your friends and family. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.